Hello, everybody. My name is Angelina, and I am going to do kind of a special thing today. And oh my gosh, I just realized I have a bunch of crap behind me. That's nice. I'm actually going to just move us like, no, that's a bunch of crap too. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so discombobulated. Oh well. Okay, so anyway, I got this surprise package, which is so cool. It's a bunch of spiritual stuff. And before I kind of open that up, if you are interested and you like this video or any of my videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you push on that little bell thing so you get notified whenever I go live, because I very often come on here and do live readings and kind of anything and everything that is interesting, that I find interesting about spirituality. So here is the package. So I got this package from Sage Goddess. So if you go to sagegoddess.com, you can go on there and buy crystals and sage and perfumes and sprays and all kinds of cool stuff. So I don't really know what's in here because this was kind of a surprise from my fiance, Ryan. So there's this little thing. So this is what it looks like. I just kind of opened it. This is the first thing I grabbed. It says, as we prepare for shadow season, which is like autumn and winter, I'm planning new and exciting content for my SG Soul Shift program. As the night grows longer and our work gets deeper, we will face the shadows we've kept hidden away. Together, we'll heal our pain, isolation, frustrations, and sorrows to make way for the treasures of creativity, community, openness, and trust. Get ready to integrate your shadow with your light and discover your own sexy magic. Together, let's seek out the light. Cool. And this is what she looks like. So, yeah, that's cool. So sagegoddess.com, that's where you can kind of buy all this different stuff. And then there's this other little thing. This is interesting. I've never bought anything from her before, but Ryan really likes her stuff. Oh, wow. Cool. So here's like a little, it's called an elemental blessing. So you could do this with candle magic, gems, perfumes, pendulums, and other sacred tools. And you could use these words. So there's like a little poem kind of thing, so I can show you. Looks like that. But no, this is really cool. I love this kind of stuff. Usually I write my own because I feel like it's a little bit more fun. But I mean, she's also been in spiritual work for a very long time. So I'm sure that she also has a lot of wonderful input. Huh. So cool. This is like a little placard that says that my tools have arrived, charged, blessed, and activated, ready for sacred and ritual use in service of Mother Earth and with love for all beings in the universe. We ask that Spirit infuse your tools with ancient wisdom, divine white light, and the violet flame of healing and protection. Through your tools, may you learn the ways of magic and alchemy, experiencing the essence of creation and power of possibility. And may you be blessed with comfort, wellness, happiness, peace, prosperity, and joy. Oh, cool. Haha. And this is the other kind of cool thing about Sage Goddess. So I'm sorry, guys. I know this is like kind of awkward because I'm like pausing and reading. But I really wanted it to be authentic as I'm like opening it up and showing you guys. So this is really cool. She also included a gift for me. She's included a perfume sample because scent is one of the most powerful senses. Smell is intimately linked with memory. Cool. That's awesome. So without further ado, I think that's all the like informational-y things. Ground Yourself Diffuser Blend. Okay, so this must be the type of perfume that she gave me. And it's just going to be like a little sample. She doesn't send like big ones. It's probably just like a little tiny dropper. But we're going to find out. So not everything that's in here is mine. I know that. Some of these things are Ryan's, but ooh, okay. Let me look at one thing at a time, which is hard because it's all so cool. Okay, so I'm going to do this one first. This is Moldavite. Okay, so Moldavite is kind of a big thing right now. It's very like trendy, I guess you could say. But I have personally been wanting one ever since I heard about it. So yes, I did get a little bit into like the mainstream crystals for there for a minute, but It's such an amazing little stone. So moldavite is a stone of extraterrestrial wisdom and communication. It's a Synergy 12 crystal that accelerates spiritual growth, facilitates astral travel, and opens the soul star chakra, your gateway to the stars and other dimensions. Uses. Carry this with you, place in a medicine bag or pouch, hold during spiritual work. So I know that we got 2 pieces of moldavite because I wanted one and Ryan wanted one. They're not super cheap, but when we bought them, so these were bought like a month or so ago, 2 months ago maybe. But oh, it's so pretty. It's like you can't really tell. Maybe you can a little bit. I don't know. But it's kind of like a blue-green, like an aquamarine color. And I can just like kind of feel it already being like my hand. It's like making my hand a little bit tingly. That's awesome. I've been wanting this for like, I don't know, 6 months or so. Ever since I heard about it, ever since somebody on another Facebook group told me about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I want it. But yeah, I'm gonna set it to the side. There's 2 of them, so I want to pick the one. Oh, that one's really pretty too. I'll show you guys. And it's kind of funny. There's like a bunch of pieces of sage in here. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is the other one. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Woo. It's also really pretty. Oh man, that's gonna be. I think I like the other one better. I think that, that's usually how it goes, right? The first one you pick up. And I actually did pick this one up first, but I set it to the side for the other one. So I think that means that this other one is mine. So I'm gonna set that over here. Oh, so it says that she gave me a free piece of perfume, but I don't. Oh, hi, honey. Hi. Do you want to come talk about crystals with me? You want to talk about crystals? She's like, actually, I just want to get to my spot on the bed. Go lay down, honey. You don't need to be on the bed right now. Go. Don't argue. Go on. Don't argue with me, honey. Go lay down. Okay. Sorry. So, hello. If you're just joining me, make sure you pop in and say hello. I just got done talking about moldavite. So it said in here that I got a free piece of perfume. And I'm already losing stuff, you guys. Okay, so I put that back in there. Okay, so this is mine. This is my piece of moldavite. I'm gonna set it over here. Hey, Sean. I'm doing really good. I'm just kind of opening up this like surprise package I got, and I figured I'd share it with everybody. So this is a piece of rainbow obsidian, and it's really hard. I know it's super shiny. Look, you guys, there's me. So I'll describe it to you. So it's really thin. It's also kind of got this cool eye in it. So there's like a striation here, I guess you could call it, but it looks like there's an eye in the stone. So this is like, and it's on both sides. So this is like a beautiful piece of rainbow obsidian. And it's not going to end up being my piece of rainbow obsidian, but it is like dang, it's also like very powerful, very, very good for protection, rainbow obsidian. And it's also a good cleansing stone too. Oh, and it's also going to say here, so I'll read you the little thing that came with it. Rainbow obsidian is a stone of letting go, powerful and supportive. It cradles you during life's storms and strengthens you as you release the old and make way for the new. The talisman for protection, rainbow obsidian is a guardian of the soul, leading you through darkness into the light. Carry this with you, place in a medicine bag or pouch, and hold during spiritual work. So, rainbow obsidian. So if any of you are ever wondering, so I have a few different kinds of pouches, but if you're ever wondering, like, how do I carry my stones with me? Because for me, I used to have like 6 that I always carried with me in a pouch. These are the types of pouches. So a lot of crystal shops just naturally give them to you. They're really inexpensive for them, I guess. They get them like I don't know, probably like 100 for a penny or something ridiculous like that, but you have an obsidian necklace. That's awesome. Obsidian is wonderful for protection. It's also really good for grounding and for binding. So if you do any sort of like psychic need for psychic protection, or for any sort of like binding, meaning like I am going to solidify that this is no longer something that's going to happen for me, right? I'm no longer going to allow psychic attacks, or like, and then you bind it to make it stick, I guess you could say. So yeah, obsidian is wonderful. If you have obsidian, I definitely recommend wearing it. I have a obsidian and cedar bracelet that I typically wear, that I'm not wearing at this moment because I didn't think about it. Thank you so much for visiting my shop. Sage Goddess is my sole purpose and spiritual work in the world. I infuse each item I send with love and blessings. This clear quartz, okay, so this is, she gave us a piece of clear quartz, it looks like, has been sound charged by singing bowls and anointed with my Death perfume. Oh, it does smell good. For embracing your inner goddess. This is my sacred gift to you. I cherish your energy and your business. Please take 10% off your next order. Huh, cool. And so not only do I get a piece of really nice quartz, clear quartz. So clear, ooh. Sorry, I just looked at it and I realized there's a rainbow in it. I love rainbows. I love when quartz and stuff has rainbows in it. Oh, what a, I wonder if I could just like tuck this away as like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't get any free quartz. Because we also did buy a piece of quartz, but we also got a free piece. So that's this other piece. This piece to me is way prettier than this like clear one. I don't know why. Well, it's because of the rainbow. I love rainbows and stuff. This one does too, I suppose. Not really. Oh, this is a skull. Okay, so this is a skull in the shape of a skull. This is a clear quartz. So clear quartz has 3 major properties: amplification, programmability, and magnification. It can be used to boost the energies of other stones and is ideal for crystal grids. Clear quartz activates the soul star chakra, your connection to the stars and other dimensions. Carry this with you, place in a medicine bag or pouch, and or hold during spiritual work. Yeah, this is really pretty. I mean, like you guys, this like this is her sole purpose. This is something she loves. She loves selling crystals and being part of people's spiritual journey. So it makes sense that her pieces would be absolutely phenomenal. And I'll tell you that of these pieces, like I said, this piece of clear quartz, it kind of is in the shape of a star, or not a star, a heart. So kind of. I don't know if you can really tell, but I don't think it's intentional that it looks like a heart, but it looks like a heart anyway. And it's so pretty. It has like little pieces of rainbow in it, which is like, I don't know how to explain it. That's like my big thing. Anytime I see it's actually a sign from my guides, but also from my grandmother. We always talked about rainbows as like a thing. It's, you know, God's gift that he'll never flood the earth again. It's also a sign of peace and prosperity. So it's definitely something important to me. So whenever I see it in crystals, I'm always like, oh, that's the one. That's the one for me. So yeah, definitely it's got some shimmeries in the center. I wish I could show you guys a little bit better. One of these days I'll have like a really good camera. And it's hard to tell because it's like the light has to hit it right in the right spot, and then I can just kind of like show you, but I can't show you on the camera very well. It's just like the lighting of it. But anyway, so that is what we got from Sage Goddess. We got some cool little crystals. We got a crystal skull. We got some moldavite, which is an incredibly powerful stone. And like the piece that we got obviously is really small. And the reason that they're really expensive because they're really hard to find. They're really rare. And I think it's like in Moscow or someplace in Russia is like the only place you could find them. So they're also really expensive to get here. And so we got like 2 tiny pieces, and I think it was like $20 for a tiny piece. But eventually the goal is that we're going to wire wrap them into necklaces so we could wear them. So like these are amazing. These are stones that you want to carry with you. They're also very high vibrational. So a lot of people can't wear them for long periods of time because they end up like getting dizzy or having some other sort of reaction to wearing such a higher vibrational stone. So it's like you kind of have to work up to wearing it for so long. But also moldavite is, because it's extraterrestrial, it's also very like finicky. So a lot of people say that they lose it, or that the moldavite will go elsewhere until it's needed again. It's kind of like the Harry Potter playing cards, right? Like Dumbledore sticks around, but he's got other things to do. He can't hang around all day. That's kind of moldavite. So moldavite doesn't stick around. When it's done working with you, or it needs a break from you or whatever, it goes on to do something else. And then it'll reappear. Supposedly, that's what the rumor is, that it reappears when it's needed again. So I'm really excited to finally open this. So like I said, Ryan bought them like 2 months ago or something like that, but we ended up, I moved before he did, so all the packages went to him. And so he's been waiting. He didn't open this. He waited for me to open it with all of you so I could show you. But yeah, it's definitely an awesome piece. Hey, Pete, how are you? How are you doing? I'm just like opening up my little package. I also have another thing I'm going to open up with you guys because, in true Angelina form, I also got a brand new deck, which I didn't mean to get. This is a surprise. These are all surprise gifts other than the moldavite. Like I knew the moldavite was coming, but I didn't know we were going to get all this other stuff. So I hope you guys are doing good. I'm really happy you guys are here. I did a live on Facebook the other day, and I didn't see you guys. That's okay. I don't mind. I have so many like cool different platforms now, and I'm super excited. Hopefully in about, I want to say in about 2 months, I think, I'm going to have an Instagram as well. So it's going to be like a lot of different things going on. So this is my new deck. It's a light deck. So the really funny thing is I actually also got a present from my mom that's a shadow deck. So now I have a shadow deck and a light deck. And this, Ryan found this at a Goodwill down in Las Vegas, and it was $1.99. It doesn't appear to ever have been opened. So here's the inside of the box. Says, "You are the Oracle." Not really a Facebook guy. No, Pete, I'm not ending. I had 2 different things that I was doing. So I was opening up a package, and now I'm opening up this new Oracle deck. I'm not like in a rush. I just wanted to like come on here and show you guys because I'm excited. I wanted to do it on YouTube. I wanted to do the unveiling because I think the last deck that I opened, I did it on Facebook. And for some reason, the last few like weeks, I've been getting a lot of decks like gifted to me, not like me buying them. Like I was gifted a tarot deck and an oracle deck from a friend, and my mom bought me an oracle deck, and then Ryan found this one for me at Goodwill. So I don't know why. I don't know what's going on in the universe that I'm just being given a lot of decks, but I am. So this one is called, what is this called? Work Your Light Oracle Cards by Rebecca Campbell. And, oh, I see. I got you, Pete. No worries. Oh, cool. So I don't know anything about this deck because I did not buy it and I didn't know anything about it. But this deck is really cool because apparently there are yes and no answers. So, oh, and I really like the texture of these cards are really, they don't stick together. They're more of like that matte feeling. And I'm probably not gonna go through each individual, well, maybe I will. I'll go through each individual card, but I'll go quickly. So there's a yes card and a no card, which is really great, you guys, because I am not the biggest fan of pendulum work because I've personally done pendulum work and seen myself influence the answer. So like not like reading other people, but reading for myself, which is why I don't usually use a pendulum, because if I have any internal bias or that person has any internal bias, it will influence the pendulum. So it's really cool that I have cards now that like are very like yes, no, you know, that's cool. The ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you and not to you. So this is cool. I always talk about how some oracle decks are easier to use than others. So some oracle decks, like my fairy deck, there's just pictures on them. And I have other ones like my angel deck that have just like one word, like retreat or freedom or something like that. This deck is really cool because it says you're already doing it, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Like, there's really no other way to interpret that card. Like, that's pretty obvious what that card means. So these are also really pretty. Like, I can't believe he found this deck for $1.99. Align your life when what is no longer in alignment with who you truly are. That's cool. It's like a shattering of your reality or shattering of your perceptions. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Wow, it's kind of weird. I just really feel like, you know, I don't know if I talked about it on this live or if I talked about it somewhere else, but I always say that when you come into the right deck, it'll feel really like different. There'll be like a different feeling inside of you internally. And as I'm looking through this deck, I really feel a lot more connected to it than any other. I mean, I have decks I'm connected to, but this is just different. It's kind of that moment. I feel like kind of in my mind, I'm kind of going like, oh my gosh, these are perfect. Like, they're perfect. I don't have any other, like, I don't know, word. I don't have any other words. It's just a perfect deck. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? This is definitely like very much in tune with what I do even outside of Facebook and YouTube. Like, this is definitely something I work a lot with. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Wow, that's a really intense, but like, wow. So this card is really cool because I don't know if you can really see very well, but in the center, there's like this beautiful mountain range, forest, I don't know, river, and beautiful flowers. And then there's like the towers with all this like scary lightning and everything. But that's cool. Like, what do you need to release in order to come into your true paradise? Almost like trust the niggle. What the heck? What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? This deck is called Work Your Light Oracle deck. There we go. Oracle cards. So what is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? So like, that's true. Like, that's like an intuitive feeling. Like, have you ever met somebody and been like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about that person. That's that feeling it's talking about. Like, I don't know about that. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Warrior woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? I really like these cards, you guys. I'm definitely nerding out right now. I feel like I'm hiding it pretty well, but I'm definitely like, oh my God, I can't wait to do readings with these. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? That's awesome. And like, I don't know if you can see or if you paid attention. There's like lions kind of right behind her. So I always get lions when it's like you need to be more upfront. You need to be more ferocious. You need to be more assertive in whatever's going on. And so this card talking about how are you being called to step up and lead? It's like probably just asking for you to step up, step it up. Like, don't be so much in the background. Like, release some of that passivity. So that's awesome. Starseed, what lights you up? And I really like the pinks. I'm definitely kind of a pink person. Well, I'm wearing pink as I say that. I do wear a lot of pink, and I like it in general as like my color that I typically wear. So the pink undertones of this deck are definitely me. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Interesting. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. I also really like the moons. I feel like there's been a moon or something like a moon, some sort of orb type of thing in a lot of these cards. Inner Temple, devotion, tune in to the portal of your heart. Dance, do something to shift your vibration. So that's really interesting. I've been on YouTube a lot lately watching videos of like Broadway musicals, like tap dancing and like group, whatever. And it's one thing I've been doing just kind of like get out of a funk, I guess you could say. Like, it's fun. It's beautiful to watch people have so much energy and having fun, like whatever. So it's funny that I just saw that card and I was like, oh, I have been doing that lately. Fill up your well. Retreat, rest, refuel. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And there's that moon right there, if you guys can see, the crescent moon. And there's like a person right there who's kind of like looking up at the moon, if you could tell. It's kind of small. It looks like she's in the water. The initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. Wow. And there's kind of that like portal looking thing again. I feel like this deck also talks a lot about lightning. And it's kind of weird because the other day I was, yes, I give readings, but I also have people that I get readings from that I trust, right? And one of the readings that I got recently from a friend of mine was that I need to be grounded like a lightning rod. And so it's funny that so many of these cards are about lightning. So I'm like, oh yeah, I totally heard that the other day. I am not a dancer, Sean. I wish I was a dancer. Once upon a time, it was like my big dream to be a musical theater actress. But now I'm kind of like old and falling apart. I know I'm not old, but I'm a little old to get started in theater again. And I have 2 left feet. I am so uncoordinated, it's not even funny. But I love to sing and I love to watch people dance. I know that doesn't count, but that's my thing. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution. Expression. That's so funny. That's very applicable to life nowadays. Get grounded. Empaths. Highly sensitive. Connect with nature. Wow. This is like, there's like a Buddha head here, right there in the background. Try to show a little bit closer. Hi, Nanette. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. Ironically, I just saw that card right as you popped on, Nanette. So maybe you need to be playing more. It's funny. She's in like a martini glass or something. I'm not a big drinker, so it's some sort of alcoholic beverage cup. Champagne, maybe? No, not champagne. Maybe martini. I don't know. You guys can tell me. What do I know? But anyway, That's a cool picture. She kind of looks like a mermaid. A mermaid in a martini glass. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. I like that. So it's kind of funny. Oh, okay. So if you can see, there's like somebody walking up to her and her walking towards them. So like this is like her ancestor on this side, her ancestors that she's walking towards to break that pattern. But it's so funny because we've seen 3 different cards talking about like caves or seeing caves in some way. So I'll have to read the book and see if there's some sort of significance to the caves. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. So the rose is very typically depicted with Mother Mary and other like mother type goddesses or, you know, women figures that, you know, typically like Kuan Yin and like, you know, other mystical goddesses or whatever you'd call them, the people that you pray to or ask to watch over you, saints, you know, anything like that. So it makes sense because it's talking about teacher. So your teacher, your priestess, you know, your beauty and devotion, the person that you turn to for help or guide that you turn to for help. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And it's whales. I love whales. And maybe dolphins? Yep, dolphins. Dolphins and whales. Huh. Beautiful. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And there's definitely somebody that I feel like resonates with this card, but they're not here right now. And maybe they'll pop in later. But I know who this card is for. That's weird. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of beginning. A new way of being, integration. Love it. I love the blues in the background. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. I can't talk today. It's hard. Deep healing. Oops. There's that moon again. It's kind of like a few of these cards have had sort of an Egyptian kind of undertone. Like I said, so these books, so even this one, it comes with a book. And in the book, usually it says like why the person picked that theme or like why, like what the symbolism is or, you know, where they were trying to go with it. So I haven't read that yet because I opened it with you guys, but Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So there's a lot of animal symbolism here too. So I'm thinking, oh, that's an elephant and a cougar, I want to say. An eagle. I can't tell what's under the eagle because I don't have my glasses on, but there's definitely a lot of animals in this card. I don't know if I can bring it a little closer. There we go. There's some like manatees or something. I don't know. I don't know all that many different types of animals. I'm sorry. I feel like I've shown my flaws. I don't know anything about animals. I very often see animal guides, but I don't really know what they mean or anything like that. So that's kind of my next thing that I'm going to be getting into at some point. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And also, dang, this card is amazing. So there's that full moon again. Full moons are all about like releasing and like coming into something new, like releasing what isn't necessarily working and manifesting for that next thing. So whereas the new moon, so we're in the new moon cycle right now. So new moon is like, what do you want in your life? What changes need to be made, right? And then kind of setting those intentions of, okay, like I'm going to buy this new house. So I'm going to start saving $300 of my paycheck every month. So that's setting the intention that I'm going to be doing something so that I can achieve some goal. So that's what the new moon is kind of all about. Anna, grandmother, and Jesus. Sending the light, laying foundations, divine plan. And there's that Egyptian theme over there in the background there again. Wow. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And there's that rainbow again. Actually, there's a lot of rainbows in this card. I can see at least 3, 4. Dang, cool. I love it. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. I feel like some of these cards, and granted, remember, like we found this at the Goodwill for $1.99, but I feel like some of the cards are thicker than other ones. Like, I don't know why, like the card stock is just a little bit thicker. Like, kind of weird. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the effectiveness of the deck. It makes it a little bit more like unique, I guess. But it kind of trips me out because I'm like, am I holding more than one card or not? I don't know. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Oh, I said that already. Sorry. So there's that. Just in time for the holidays. It's all coming together. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cord. Soul retrieval. It's so funny. I've been hearing so many people talking about soul retrievals lately. And honestly, soul retrieval, there's a lot of cool meditations here on YouTube for soul retrieval, but there's also a lot of healers out there who do soul retrievals just like while they do Reiki healing. Like they'll go in there and they'll just, you know, they know what they're doing. And so you don't have to go through the trauma of whatever it is. But it's really awesome work. I've done a few of them in the past, just like on my own because I, you know, back when I was very first going through things, I didn't really know that you're supposed to have somebody guide you through it. But with the help of my guides, really, I was able to kind of go through and find little pieces of myself. I've only done a couple of them, but to bring those back to me has been really helpful and kind of like an enlightening experience. Like we never really know where we've left things or like how we have developed through different things, especially when we're kids. So we don't really think about it. We're just like, well, that's in the past. I got to live in the now, which we do. But in order to really appreciate the now, sometimes we have to go back and figure it out. So that's why that card is there, I would assume. And I just messed this up, so sorry. I'm trying to keep them in order. Let's see. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Dang, that's so pretty. And there's rainbows, of course, in this one as well. Now that is a crystal grid. Or just like a sacred space in general. I'm definitely, it's been a little weird lately because I don't really have space. So I can't really set sacred space. But definitely like probably starting tomorrow, I'm going to have to figure out how to make that happen because this isn't my space. So I have to figure out how to claim it without actually claiming it because it's not mine. So I'm working on that. That's my next step. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. Wondering what's going on in the background there. Oh, it's the sky. Interesting way of parting clouds, though. I'm going to have to read that at some point and see what's going on. That's a really pretty card. So obviously there's the chakras there. So chakra here at the top and then, you know, going down. Those are all chakra points. So that makes sense. Amrama, where are you being called to journey to? So I don't know if you guys ever get that kind of restless feeling like, oh, I should be doing something. You know, I don't know what I should be doing, but I should be doing something. That's what this card is talking about. Like, what shifts do I need to make in order to feel like I'm accomplishing my journey or getting on track? Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. It's like, it's basically like your trees are ripe for the picking. Like you can pick the fruit and you'll see that it's actually working out. Thanks, Nanette. It is a really pretty deck. And it was a present. So I'm like, I'm excited. And then, I feel really connected to it, which is like, I didn't think I would. And like, if Ryan ever watches this, then I'll tell him the truth. But like, sometimes he picks decks for me and I'm like, it doesn't resonate with me, right? But this deck he picked for me and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing deck. I love it so much. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. That seems a little intuitive. I feel like that's probably like my my divine guidance card. It's like similar to that, where it's saying like you're on the right track. Like what you're saying is on point, maybe. Does that make sense? We're almost done. 2 more. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Huh. I feel like I'm kind of on that level. Like I definitely feel like I resonate with that. And it's so funny because I have had a few meditations where I've been up in space. Actually, only 2. I shouldn't say it like that. I've had 2 meditations where I went up to space and I was like, what am I doing up here? I don't really want to be up in space. But that's where it went. Like sometimes like even guided meditations, that's why I don't do a lot of them. But meditations go where they need to go for you. In order for you to come into the greatest healing or understanding of a situation, meditations take you where you need to go. So for me, that meant going to space, I guess. Mintakan. I don't know what that means. But here it means longing for home, belonging, and the original light workers. And it looks like a mermaid, I would think. That's a really, really pretty card. So that's it, guys. That is all the cards. I think there are 44 cards. Maybe I can tell you. Oh my gosh, this deck is like in the most pristine condition of any of my decks, because usually the boxes have like little nicks and stuff on them, and the cards are fine, but the box itself is a little bit, messed up. This box is so nice that it's like, got it. It's like stuck together. So yeah, 44 card deck. It was created to help light up the world with your presence by working with its 5 suits and connecting. Oh, there's 5 suits. Okay, cool. So there's confirmation cards for quick guidance. So that would be like our yes, no cards, right? Inquiry cards that help you tune into the whispers of your soul. Action cards, which guide you to take whatever action you may need. Activation cards invoke healing within you. And transmission cards, which connect you to the supportive energies. So, hey, there you go. Sometimes it pays to read the back of the deck. So, yeah, so everybody, that's all I have for you. I just wanted to show you this new deck that I got, and because I'm super excited about it, and some of my new crystals. It's been a really interesting time because I'm kind of abundant in terms of my tarot and oracle decks, and I'm so excited to be able to share them all with you. Now I have a light and a shadow deck, so I'm really excited to see how I can kind of play out with that and see what kind of messages I can give across for people as I do readings in the future. So does anybody have any questions, any comments or concerns? If you're watching a replay of this video, you can always comment later and I'll see it and make sure I respond back. I'm actually pretty good about responding back, especially on YouTube, because it notifies me differently than on Facebook. So Facebook can kind of be weird sometimes. I am a deck nerd. Okay, so I babysat for my mom, and as a reward, I guess, for babysitting, which I would have done for free, she bought me a deck. And so, I'm always getting like cool little things like that. So I definitely have quite a few at this point. I have like 2 boxes full, some of which I still have not opened. So my shadow deck is probably going to be the next one I do with you guys, but I'm going to do that next week, next Monday. So I'm not going to do like only deck reveals, although I guess I probably could, but probably like once a week or something like that. But All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget, if you're watching this video after the live, to like and subscribe to the video and to make sure to hit that little bell so it notifies you whenever I come on live or post a video, because I do occasionally post videos and probably will this weekend is my hope. And I will see you all next time. And also, before I jump off, before I forget, if you're on Facebook, check out the Interconnections page, which is my Facebook page or Facebook business page, where I also provide free readings and other services, paid services if you're interested. And do check out my friend Sarah's YouTube channel, which is FM Perspective, where she goes and does a lot of awesome paranormal investigations and has like a merry old time and has a lot of fun and really amazing insights. Also, very powerful medium and channeler. So I will hit you guys all up next time. I'll be here Wednesday to talk about something that I haven't decided yet, so it's going to be a surprise, but it will probably be awesome. So I will see you guys all next time. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. See you next time.